Hey everybody, got a great new lesson for you. Today we're going to take a look at Morgan Wallen and the song Last Night. I'm going to show you how to do some improvisation over that. We're going to take a look at the Lydian mode. So here we go. Hey, as always, thanks for checking out this lesson. I've got great new lessons every single week, so be sure to come back for more. And if you want to learn even more from me, I got a free course for you. It'll teach you how to unlock the fretboard and solo in 7 days. So it teaches you how to take the fretboard, see it in circular patterns, and breaks down the scale shapes for you in very easy to understand chunks. And I also show you over the 7-day course how to basically improvise in any key over any song that you want to, just like we do here with the YouTube videos where I break each song down every week. So be sure to check that out. The link is down in the description. Learn how to solo in 7 days. It's a free course. It'll teach you how to unlock the fretboard and play this thing the way you want to play it. All right, let's go on with today's lesson. All right, the Morgan Wallen song Last Night is written in the key of B. Basically, it's B major. Basically just using those 3 chords throughout the entire song. Now there's more to it, of course. The acoustic guitar in the song is playing a very nice, full, melodic pattern that I'm not going to play in this lesson. For purposes of copyright, I basically make my own backing tracks. They're similar to the song, not exactly the same, but it'll get you in the ballpark. One thing that I find that's really interesting about this song is it is written in B major, so basically this key right here. But that note right there, which is on the 7th fret of the 5th string, is not in the song. It's actually written in B Lydian. So it sounds like this. So the whole shape is just a little bit different from your typical major scale. Your typical major scale is do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. So do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. But what this song does is instead of playing do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, it actually starts on the fa. So instead of do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, it's actually playing fa, sol, la, ti, do, re, mi, fa. So it's starting on the 7th fret of the 6th string, and we're playing fa, sol, la, ti, do, re, mi, and then back to fa. So that whole shape's going to sound like this. Now I'm going to break the whole thing down for you on the 7th fret of the 6th string. So we're going to play 7 and 9 on the 6th string. Then when we get to the 5th string, we're going to play 6, 8, 9. And also on the 4th string, we're going to play 6, 8, 9. And then when we get to the 3rd string, we're going to play 6, 8. And then on the 1st and the 2nd strings, we're going to play 6, 7, 9. Backwards like this. So the whole shape's like that. That's one shape of this scale. The whole scale can actually be played with 7 shapes all up and down the fretboard. We're just going to focus on this one shape for today. But that's going to get you in the ballpark. You could also play this starting on the 5th string at the 2nd fret, playing 2nd and 4th. Then when we go to the 4th and the 3rd strings, we're going to play 1st, 3rd, and 4th. Then on the 2nd string, we're going to play 2nd and 4th. And then on the 1st string, we're going to play 1st, 2nd, and 4th. So the whole shape sounds like that. It's the same shape, we're just starting it on the 5th string at the 2nd fret instead of the 6th string at the 7th fret. So there's your shape. Again, that's 2 places you can play it on the fretboard. Basically, it's the same octave. We're just playing it in 2 separate places. Okay, so I got my backing track queued up. I want you to hear how this sounds just with the shape played across the 7th fret of the 6th string, and then we'll do it again with the shape that's on the 2nd fret of the 5th string. So let's check this out. Okay, so that was on the 6th string across the 7th fret. Now we're going to play it on the 5th string. Here we go, across the 2nd fret. So I hope you were able to see this, basically the same shape, whether we go from the 7th fret across the 6th string this way, or the 2nd fret across the 5th string this way. Same shape. And it doesn't change the sound really at all because we're playing the exact same notes. We're not even playing an octave of this, which we can also play. We can find octaves of this all over the fretboard and then of course play those octaves just like we play this shape starting on the 6th string or the 5th string. And of course playing octaves gives us more variety. For instance, we could take that 5th string shape and move it from the 2nd fret all the way up to the 14th fret. It's going to be the exact same shape, but now we're changing the octave. So we're going to start on 14 and play 14, 16 on the 5th string. Then when we get to the 4th and the 3rd strings, we're going to play 13, 15, 16. And then when we get to the 2nd string, we're going to play 14, 16. And then when we get to the 1st string, we're going to play 13, 14, 16. So there you have an octave. So now we can play this one. Move up and play this one. And then of course that's going to give you some different dynamics as well. So check that out with the backing track. I'll do a little noodling over this, just show you how you can improvise with this. So the key to taking something like this and improvising over the top of it is to, of course, find the shapes in different octaves along the fretboard. Again, the fretboard is pretty circular, right? Whatever you're playing down here, you can also play up here. So we showed you on the 2nd fret of the 5th string how that shape, that B Lydian shape, is also on the 14th fret up here. So we can kind of move things around. And of course, by playing the same shape, we're training our fingers to make sure we're playing in the same key no matter where we're at on the fretboard. Just making sure that we're finding that right shape, which in this case is going to be this. Or here. Or here. So even though I showed you 3 different shapes, they're basically laid out almost exactly the same way. Okay? So one thing I really like about this song and the way it kind of makes me feel is it's kind of got a country feel to it, but at the same time it's still got a nice, back beat to it, nice little rock groove to it. At least to me that's how it sounds. You may completely disagree with me about that, but when I was fleshing it out and thinking about how I could play over this, that's exactly what I was kind of thinking. So I'm kind of thinking rock. I'm not really thinking metal. I'm not really thinking a lot of arpeggios and sweep picking and tapping and all kinds of stuff. I'm thinking double stops. I'm thinking pentatonic scales and things like that. So when I'm thinking about the song, I'm thinking about those kinds of things. So for grooving over it, something like this sounds kind of good to me. And I'm staying in that same box, the one that starts out on the 6th string of the 7th fret. That's basically the one I'm using there. So even though I'm using your diatonic scale, which is your 7-note scale, I'm also bringing in the pentatonic. So for the B Lydian shape, your pentatonic, interestingly enough, is actually going to start on the 6th fret of the 6th string, because that one note behind is going to be part of your pentatonic box. So it's going to be 6-9 on the 6th string. And then when you get to the 5th string, you're going to play 6-9. And then when you get to the 4th string and the 3rd string, you're going to play 6-8, 6-8. And then when you get to the 2nd string, you're going to play 7-9. And then we get to the first string. I'm going to play the same thing on the first string that I played on the sixth string, which will be 6-9. And that's going to be your pentatonic box. So I'm basically playing a hybrid of the diatonic scale and the pentatonic, putting those two together and coming up with things like this. So it's all in there. But let's just listen to how the pentatonic sounds over the backing track. Alright, so I hope you were able to find something useful in this, either taking the diatonic scale across the 6th string or the 5th string or down here at the 14th fret on the 5th string, or using the pentatonic scale, which of course you can find at the 2nd fret of the 5th string and also the 14th fret of the 5th string if you wanted to play around with that, because it's all in there. So take this, run with it, learn some licks, play some different things over it. The idea is to sit down and just keep experimenting with it until you find some things that sound good to you, and then of course you can keep adding more to your vocabulary, until you can kind of play all over the fretboard. But this gives you a great starting point if this is something that you want to try to play a lead over, or just take the backing track and play a lead over that and just kind of flesh out some things and get good at one particular box, then another one, make it bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger until you're able to play all over the place. So that's basically the idea. And of course, again, this is getting you in the Lydian mode, which is unique because most songs nowadays are either written in the major scale or the minor scale. And even though Lydian is basically a major scale, it's not your typical major scale, which is your Ionian. So it's, off the beaten path a little bit, which is kind of cool. So thanks for checking this out. Remember, I do have a free course for you. It's available down in the description. Just click that link. And it is going to teach you over a 7-day period, or longer if you need it, how to basically break down the fretboard, unlock the fretboard, and play solos in any key over any song, and just kind of take the mystery out of it. So again, the link is down in the description. Head on over there, sign up, get the free course, and check it out. I think you'll really enjoy it. Thank you again for checking out this lesson. Have a wonderful day, and I'll see you in the next one.